So at first let us connect to our cloud server. So let us connect to the cloud server. So we are in our cloud server now. You can see the system information over here. It is of very minimum configuration, and I have created this server only for demonstration purpose. So you can see over here there is no swap usage. It's 0%. Memory usage is 18%. It's of 1 GB memory, and storage space is around 8 GB. Now we just type htop to see the properties. So you can see no swap file has been created on the cloud server, and memory usage is around 147 MB, and CPU usage. So now if you are low on RAM size, then while upgrading the Cardano node to the latest version, then creating swaps will make the installations smooth and faster. Also, creating swaps will not disconnect your relay nodes when number of peers increases. At present, if you are running a Cardano stake pool, then minimum 8 GB of RAM is required with 8 GB swap. Now how to create swap? While installing the operating system first, in your local PC, and you are using Ubuntu operating system, you can create swap directly in the partition table of the operating system. On the installation CD. Now this swap partition will be permanent. Now if you have operating system already installed like in a cloud server, then by default there is no swaps. There are two options to create swaps on the cloud server. First is temporary, in which if you restart your system then the swap partition vanishes, and the other one is permanent, that is even if you restart your system the partition remains. Now let us see how to create swap. So let's go back to now to create swaps. First we check if there is any swap created or not. So we use this command sudo swapon show. So as it is returning nothing, that means no swap has been created. Also, if you go to now we go to system files, you can see there is no swap file folder created. That means there is no swap in this cloud server. So now how to create the cloud? So now let's create this swap file. As my storage capacity is maximum 8 GB, so we cannot create swap of 8 GB. So first let's check through this CLI command if there is any swap created or not. So no swaps created, so we will use this command sudo fallocate 8 GB swap file. In spite of 8 GB, we type here 4 GB. Now chmod 600, then next command sudo mkswap swap file. So a 4 GB swap has been created. So we turn it on, sudo swapon swap file. Now let's verify it. So sudo swapon show. So a 4 GB swap has been created. You can verify this from htop also. You can see the usage of swap 0k out of 4 GB. Now we go to system files and we will see a swap file has been created. So you can see over here. So now if we restart our system, the swap partition also vanishes. So we reboot, a sudo reboot. Now we again log into our cloud server. So we are logged in now. If we type htop, you see over here there is no swap. It vanishes when we reboot our system. Now the swap partition of 4 GB again, and we will make it permanent. we'll make it permanent using this command. So let's first check whether any swap is created or not. No such swap. So as usual, we will go with 4 GB swap with fallocate command. Put 4G over here, chmod 600, then sudo mkswap swapfile, then we turn it on. Now let's verify it. Sudo swapon show. So a 4 GB swap has been created. Now to make it permanent, we will type this command: echo swap none swap sw00 sudo t etc fstab. We type this command and let's see what happens. So we go to that directory fstab etc, sudo etc cd etc, then sudo fstab cd fstab is not it, so we will nano. So you can see over here this extension for it was not before. It was when I edit this fstab file with nano. Earlier it was blank. Now after using this command, extension 4 has been created. So now let's restart and see whether the swap partition vanishes or not. So we reboot. htop to see whether the swap partition is there or not. So you can see over here the swap partition remains even after rebooting the system. So with this command you can make the swap partition permanent even if you forget to create partition while installing the operating system. So creating swap is good for your system. So always you must always create swap partition for smooth performance of your system.